Hello guys, this is Juneri. I'm an artist developer and producer, and today I'm going to watch Les Seraphim's Crazy.
Act like an angel and dress like crazy.
What?
Act like an angel and dress like crazy.
내 심장이 강림 넌 CPR 같이 손잡아 like Pikachu 100만 벌트 전기 is pumping I'm on otaku bestie 미쳐볼 candy sassy 뉴런의 자가를 강신 내 머릿속은 몸통같이 All the girls are yelling, yelling All the girls are yelling, yelling All the girls are yelling, yelling All the yelling girls
Back in the days 미침에 미치지 못했던 me 더 이상의 끌림 앞에 거치진 않은 않지
Act like an angel and dress like crazy. Act like an angel and dress like crazy.
All the girls are yelling, yelling All the girly girls
Ooh. What? Meaningless. Okay.
Seraphim.
Okay. So that was actually really nice. If you watched my previous episodes or other episodes, I would be very against something like this that has very, very simplistic lyrics. But this is the kind of song that you make simplistic lyrics. So it's not like you're trying to make another kind of song and then you just put a da-da-da-da-da kind of hook in there. This is the kind of song that you actually have to put this kind of hooks because that's how they work. So to me, this is actually really nice. It reminds me a lot like the 90s, this kind of vibe. It also reminds me of a fashion show. It has this kind of vibe. It's really driving. At the beginning, I got a kind of feeling like, hey, I was waiting for Les Seraphim for all this time to release something, and this is what we get. But that lasted just a few first seconds. Then I started understanding what's going on, what they're trying to do, and I think it's really, really nice. We've been waiting for Les Seraphim for a while after all this controversy with their live vocals that they had in Coachella. They even have to turn off comments on social media and everything because that's how crazy it got. And here they are now with a crazy song actually to say, hey, we're here and we can do well. So please bear with us and we're gonna be back with a better music and we're gonna be better. That's, I think, is the message of this song. Now, skill-wise, we have some really nice rap lines and that's really admirable. It's really nice. We had nice vocals. I think the production really took care and sat down and said, okay, what Taeyeon can do, what Sakura can do, what each of the members can do well, and they achieved it. So instead of trying to go out of their comfort and force a song onto them, they actually kind of designed the song, or they picked up the song and just gave the parts that they believe each girl can do best. So to take it from the beginning, the instrumental is really nice, it's really driving. It has, as I said, this kind of 90s vibe a bit, but it's still very modern. It could definitely be some kind of instrumental for a fashion show, and with the lyrics on top, of course. So the vocal melody is not something special. They're not going up and down, but you don't have to do that in this kind of song. I mean, you could get really soulful and start screaming and stuff, but I don't think any of the members have this kind of skill set, and that's fine. So that's the song they present. The music video is absolutely crazy, and that's because that's the theme of the song. I really like the lines like all the girls are yelling, making a verb out of a noun, and I like the meaning of the song. It has this very nice line, you descend in my heart, you're like CPR, 1 million volt thunderbolt like Pikachu, right? I mean, otaku best. It has this kind of really trendy kind of lines. Also, virality wise, this song kills. This is a couple of days after it's been released, and I'm pretty sure the social media are crazy with this song, and people are doing covers, they're using this song in the background in their TikTok videos. And of course, this is by design, it didn't just happen randomly. The girls really look gorgeous, like all of them. They retain their original style, so you cannot talk about some kind of transformation that we sometimes see when members come with a comeback. And I think as Les Seraphim releases more and more music, people start recognizing more and more the girls. They're easier to recognize, even if they change their hairstyles or their clothes or the concept. People can still say, hey, that's Taeyeon, hey, that's Sakura, hey, that's Hyojin, because they get more and more familiar with their style and the distinct features. So after that controversy, I think there were a few ways to get out of it. One of the ways would be like if the girls girls really had top vocals and the Coachella was just an unfortunate incident. Well, that's not exactly the case, I guess. I'm not saying the girls don't have nice voice and they don't have a skill set, but probably they need to work much more on that, because the reality is that even if they make a really skillful song with really high vocals and everything, sure, they can record it at the studio, they can work it out, but then at some point they have to perform it live. And if again they get into this kind of situation where they're overly excited and they cannot hit the notes right, people would be completely disappointed. So what they have done is they made a different genre of song that they can be comfortable with, but still has a lot of dynamic and still features their actual skill set. So I think what they have done is a really good way to get back in business and get back to their audience. Of course, there's always going to be trolls and there's always going to be people that are going to be stuck in this Coachella live vocals incident, because, you know, people are like that and they're looking for opportunities to troll. But Les Seraphim also have a very strong fan base. Some might have been disappointed for a bit, but when they release stuff like this, I think they're gonna win them back. And you know what's the best part of it? They're not trying any hard. They just accomplish this without giving extreme effort. I would say at almost the same level as aespa. I'm not talking about the vocals, of course. I'm talking about how easy they came. Easy, by the way, Les Seraphim. I'm saying how easy they came into this music video. You can see they're not really trying too hard to achieve this concept and this kind of vibe. The general style and visuals at some points do remind me of the latest releases from aespa, but you cannot say something like, Les Seraphim copied aespa, because this is a trend that many girl groups are doing right now. I'm talking in general, the camera movements and how it zooms out, zooms in, and a bit the pace of the rap lines. It has some kind of similarities with Armageddon maybe, or Supernova, but this is, as I said, a general style. And this song is crazy anyway, so they're trying to do crazy stuff. I really like also the people in the background. They're adding a lot to the music video. It feels kind of personal. And what about this set? This is kind of ridiculous in a very good way. And look at Chaewon with this kind of satellite dish on your head. It looks ridiculous as well. So maybe the overall message from Les Seraphim is, hey, don't take life too seriously. Don't be too serious with us. We're just trying to have fun here. We're trying to release nice music. And please don't be too harsh to us. It's all for entertainment purposes, and it doesn't have to be that competitive and stressful. The performance of the girls is what I would expect from a top 5 girl group, because I think Les Seraphim is one of the top 5 girl groups this generation, and I don't have any complaints from that. Do I personally like these more than, let's say, Smart? I don't. Actually, I really like Smart. I really like Easy a lot too, like the whole visuals and the song as well. But this is also very driving, very nice. So really well done, Les Seraphim, and let's see what else they have. Maybe they have another release that comes with this, because I think there are another 3 songs like this in the release. So let's see. Great job, Les Seraphim.